Now looking down, you can see through the water there's leafy weed, not slimy weed. Flathead really like leafy weed. If you can see that, you know you're in a reasonable spot for them. Don't worry about these jellies, they're not going to sting you, they're harmless. Now I'm going to put it as far as I can towards the drop-off there. Not necessarily on the drop-off, just out the middle. And take up my slack line. It sinks fast. Just going to work it back just with gentle lifts of the rod tip. You'll feel this lure really pushing along the bottom and buzzing. That's exactly what I want. Felt a bit of weed there, but it'll get to the bottom here in, we're only in probably 80 centimetres of water. So it'll sink in a couple of seconds. And just bump it along. Not too fast. Tempted to wind it really fast, but just make sure you can feel it from my rod tip. See, that's not bites. That's the lure puffing through the sand. Give it a pause. That's when a flathead will often grab it. Oh yeah. Well, it looks like our vibe has worked again. Oh, he's coming around you there. I don't know, I've always thought that as much as I love minnows, the lower down you are in the water table, this is a flathead, the lower you are down in the water table, the better off you always are. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. It's puffing up the bottom. We've got a bit of a walk to shore there, yeah, we'll wander over this way. Ah, lovely. This one, to me, I'd suggest that maybe a male. It's, I don't know definitely how to tell them apart, but the smaller, narrow ones, I think, are the males. Either way, this time he has chomped that lure. Haven't you, buddy?
That's right down there.
Alright, we'll get you back to shore quickly. Keep that water flowing through the gills. But it would be 2-1 to the vibe versus the minnow so far, eh?
2-1, that's it.
I've come to your spot, and I don't know, I might have overstayed my welcome now.
Yeah, you can go home now.
I can go home now, you reckon? Yeah, okay. You can see how, look how he blends in. Look how he blends in with the bottom. They're an ambush predator, and puffing up the dust as this lure does, he's hiding and he's waiting for something to wander by. On this occasion, he didn't realise it was from Ecogear, not a prawn. You can see this weed. Now this is the kind of weed they like. Look at that. See how he blends in? Almost exactly the same colour, especially once he's hidden. They love that leafy weed. I'll grab some. That stuff. That stuff right there. That's the weed you're looking for. Alright, let's get him up in the bank. Get that lure out. Get him back. Not quite as big as the first, but still, nice fish. If you have a look where I am at the moment, you should be able to see that the bottom isn't really that sandy. It's very weedy, in fact. One of the things I love about these ZX lures is, for some reason, you can drag it through weed, and they do pick up weed occasionally, but nowhere near as much as, say, the minnow. You got weed again, haven't you? See, Daniel's been struggling through this area with weed after weed, but not only does this lure cast further, so you're covering more ground, you can wind it slower, and it picks up far less weed. And I think that's had a lot to do with why it's caught fish. Can't be me, surely. Now, I just wanted to show you that my leader's broken. Now, it's not broken because the fish broke it, but it's frayed on the end. And before I wanted to fish again, I gave it some tugs, and on my fourth tug, it snapped. After a flatty with sharp gill rakers or other sharp fish, retie your lures. Otherwise, next fish, there goes $20.